Did you say and or in? I didn't hear what you meant.
yeah. We may not want to start there.
Timestamp. Yeah. Cut that.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I think we are.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. Across from me, live from Audio High Podcasting Studio, is Damon. That's right, we do it in a studio, not on the internet like other subpar podcasts. We sit across the table, and I actually have to look at this man. You're welcome for 45 minutes to an hour each time we record. Gross. Damon, how was your week?
It was good, and I like how you went live. So, like, alive, the way you like me. Alive.
Just cutting in traffic on the 8th, letting you know that it is bumper to bumper out there on the Stevenson. And for those of you not in the area, you don't even know what that means. That's why I hate how they do that. Just use the numbers. That's why they're on all the signs.
By the way, the traffic on the 8th was from Stevenson as well. Okay, just so we're all aware. Anyway, I need to talk about when we left the studio last time. Yeah, there it is.
Right into it.
Yeah, we're going right in.
Yeah.
I recall that. It was during the ice storm.
Yeah, it was during
and
the ice
people
storm.
that own this building apparently don't care about people's legs and
No, not
collarbones.
No, but after we safely made it to our cars and we're standing there talking for a minute.
Well, first off, we've been on this earth longer, so both of us did the
Oh, yeah.
Shuffle walk.
Shuffles. Anyway, so cars pulled in, and one of them was actually Michaela. We know her from here. Okay.
But it was dark, so we didn't
know who it was.
Just like,
She was, hey, guys.
Hey, guys. And we were like, hey. And then as soon as she got inside, we were both like, was that Michaela?
Was that Michaela?
I don't know any other woman that would be talking to me in the dark back here, so I'm assuming it's Michaela.
Kind of weird. So anyway, but she gets out, and the driver that gets out of her car, out of the car that she was in, I'm looking at him like, he's going to fall in the ice. And then I'm willing, I'm talking to Wilson, and I'm willing this. I'm like, please fall. Please fall. You got to fall. As I'm doing this, 2 cars down, guy bites it hard with hands full of stuff. Hard. So here's the deal. My karma was misdirected to that guy. All right.
Which sucked because we weren't focused in on him.
Yeah. We got like the peripheral of the, and then we heard the noise. It was yeah.
He pulled what I call the Nate because we went to Steak and Shake years ago with my buddy Nate, and they were so busy that we were just joking around like, hey, we'll bust the tables for you. So he grabbed 2 glasses, handed me each hand, and then he hit a wet spot and went down. Protected Steak and Shake's glasses and not his own ass.
Right, yeah.
So this is what this guy did. Whatever's in his hands, I don't know what it was.
Oh, he kept it.
He did not put his hands out to stop himself.
Yeah,
just
Yo, he bit it. He bit it. And we did get to see that, but we had to look real quick. So my point is that I've learned in the last couple weeks that my karma wishing, 'cause I have 2 more instances of this. It is very weird. Like, and I don't know if it's, but like when I wish bad on someone for my own entertainment, let's call it that, okay? It has been amazing. It's happened. So granted, I didn't get to watch that front and center. I had to watch it peripheral. By the way, don't know who that guy was, but it was amazingly awesome.
To be fair, he got up and was joking with his friends about it immediately.
Right, but he had no idea we were standing over there probably, and that there was more of an audience.
Yeah. But also, I wasn't going over to help him because he had friends with him, and I didn't want to fall.
Right, yeah. First off, we have old man hips. So when we hit the ice, it hits different. It be hitting different, bro. But anyway, so that was misdirected, right? Now I'm getting on the highway, day after the ice thing. I'm getting on the highway, and this guy comes around me like just like a bat out of hell, getting on the on-ramp. Like I can't even get over. And so I have to slow way down, get behind a semi, and I'm like, man. I said, you know what? I hope you spin out, bro. Fast forward, get into my off-ramp. 3 cars spun out on the off-ramp. I'm like, thank God they spun out because now I know to slow down, right? I don't know what the second guy and the third guy were thinking because the first guy was already, his headlights were pointing at me. And I'm like, I'm thinking maybe we should have learned from that guy.
Head out on the highway.
But here's the deal.
Get misdirected karma from Damon.
No trucks, okay? So it wasn't this truck spun out, but 3 other guys. So what I'm saying is other people suffer when I have negative thoughts towards someone. My last one, though, nailed it. I'm coming down. We have, in the area around here, we have a small airport on Jefferson Street, and there's a 2-lane road going each way. Well, there's a middle lane for turning. I'm coming down that, and I'm going 5 or 10 over the speed limit. Someone opens the far left lane because I'm in the left lane. Someone opens the center lane for passing. They pass me at like 65 miles an hour. Okay. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I hope you get busted. Hand to God, he didn't make it to the next light. Cherries right there waiting by the cemetery because I always sit there and wait. I'm like, I always slow down because it's 45. I do like 50, 52. This guy had to be doing 65, 70. And I'm like, no way. busted right in front of me. I'm like, finally, one of my targets hit. You know what I mean? But just so everybody's aware, if I wish ill will on you, it's either going to affect you or someone next to you. Okay, it's not. So right now, if I'm looking at Ted wishing ill will, Mac's not far away. Okay?
Well, speaking of Mac and Karma,
It's gonna get somebody like down underneath, bottom floor, directly under Ted.
Mac and Karma, what you say?
speaking about Mac and Karma.
Yeah.
Recently, I went to a comedy show on this very street. An hour before the show, maybe not, maybe a little bit more. I get a text from Mac in our group text. Says, "Hey, are you going to go to that show?" I said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about it." Okay,
No, you didn't say I'm thinking about it. You said you were going.
that's not the point.
Yes, it is.
Interrupt the story when it's about you, sir. I'll give you a chance to defend yourself, a slim one,
Which you will lose. Wade What is not in
because
charge
it's not
of
the
anything.
point. The point about is not about me going or not going.
Yeah, I know what the point is.
So he's like, "Hey, I want to test out my new camera. You think you want to like chat some people up? You think you want to do all that?" I said, "Look, if you want me to talk to someone more at the show, I'll know a lot of people I can talk to. That's fine."
Yeah.
Cut to Mac. When you leaving? When are you going to be there? I'm like, "Oh, I'm heading out now. I will be there in 40 to 45 minutes.
Which
I am
is
on
how
my
far
way.
you are away
Right.
from there.
I am on my way.
One of you is not that far away from there.
I get there. It starts getting busy. I say, "Oh no, I should hold a spot." To the point where 4 different people asked me if that
Nice.
seat was taken, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a guy coming."
Yeah.
Which makes me look insane because guess who didn't show up?
Angry Ted. Angry Ted's here.
Those people are all like, I think that guy got stood up.
There it was standing room only, except for the empty seat next to me, where it looks like I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of a bigger guy. I just want 2 seats.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I
need a place for my donut and my beverage.
yeah.
I can't say I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, you can't say you were there either.
But here's the thing. Hey, are you going to go there? Yeah, I'm going to go there. When are you leaving? This is when I'm leaving. Okay. To the point where, hey, are you coming? I guess you're not going to be here. Nothing. Not even a response. No, hey, I'm not coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, give up the seat to the pregnant lady that you've told no to twice.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
One of the comics, his wife and his infant child showed up, and I was like, "Oh, hey, there's seats in the back, just so you know."
Yeah. This one's taken.
This one's taken, and we're going to talk to people.
Is
too.
it like Forrest Gump with
Hey
the
guys,
bus? Seats
hey
taken.
guys, I'm going to put you on some video later, just so you know. I got a guy coming. He's going to record us. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, where's that guy?
Not a peep.
Radio silence. You know what that's called? BBD. He got a bigger, better
3
deal.
hours later.
Yeah.
After I'm already home. Oh yeah, man, something came up.
See?
Well,
See?
don't do that in the future.
So here.
Don't hold the seat for me.
That's Wade's what's defense.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah. Hey,
in
you know
my
what?
defense, don't ever invite me
Don't
anywhere.
be nice to me in the future.
Yeah, don't
basically.
say you want me
If
to
I
go.
say I'm going to be somewhere, don't save me a spot.
Yeah, please. Yeah, don't ever go in thinking that I'm going to show up. All right? You're in the wrong, sir. You're in the wrong.
It was so awkward too because people kept coming in pairs, and I was like, "Man, I could just give this seat up, and they could sit together." Because I can tell you how many people were like one here and one way over there.
yeah.
Where I could have had that solo seat.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
if I
even,
had shown up, none of this would have ever happened. I wouldn't hear all these wonderful stories.
well, it's one wonderful story.
No,
And
we would have had footage. We could have like done some stuff.
so do you think Mac's defense as Wade what would be you can't handle the RSVP? Okay? He would just scream it at the top of his lungs and be like, I know I RSVP'd moments before the show started.
I mean, he's right. These people probably thought because every time the door would open, I'd do the. Is that?
Yeah. Oh, good job, Mac. Way to go. Way to go. So
Is anyone? Well, yeah, not now, but there's a guy.
So you know what you've done though? Now
He
you
does
found a way.
exist.
But now you've found a way to not only disappoint us in the studio, but now to disappoint us outside in the real world.
How am I disappointing you in the studio?
Oh, give it time. And now we wait. Later on, we're telling a story. What do you think about that, Mac? Huh? Hey, is your chair still low?
Yes.
I want you to get up and sit down about 6 times. We'll
No.
see. We'll see how that happens.
To be fair, you missed a really good show. It was absolutely a banger show for
You
once.
said it was really
Yeah,
good from start to finish, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top to bottom was fantastic.
Yeah. So it would have been like some video of that probably would have been great.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have liked to have that
I wasn't gonna video that.
for their sizzle reel.
I wasn't going to. What were you going to
Well, because he wanted us to go up and test like his microphones and stuff and just talk
yeah, I
to
should have a
people.
little handheld
Have a
thing.
little,
I got you. Yeah, so you were going to do
It
interviews.
was like a reporter type stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Coming to you live.
Hey, you know the one thing that Mac on the streets has to have? The streets.
Well,
okay.
Also,
you have to go.
also Mac.
Yeah, and Mac.
Yeah, I think Mac actually more important than the streets.
When Mac RSVPs to Mac on the streets, Mac is the number one headliner in that store.
Hey guys, we're missing something. What are we missing? The camera, cabling, missing the microphones? Oh no, we're missing Mac.
Yeah. No, luckily he sent all that ahead with Ted, but he's not here to show us how to use it.
We have the mic. We don't have the Mac.
Yeah. I got the Mott's. No Mac, though. All right. Now, I want to explain two things that happened in my household, too. All right. First off, we were at somebody's house, and they had a mayo squeeze bottle. I know you're not a mayonnaise guy. I get it. But they
Not at all. I am already out of the story.
Yeah,
but I'll pretend to listen anyway.
You'll jump back in a second. So they have the upside down squeeze bottle. Okay, so like it sits on the lid all the time, so it's always ready to go, like a good ketchup bottle is, right? So it's all set. Well, we don't do that because we have the $1 whatever mayonnaise.
Yeah.
You know what everything in my house is sus. But anyway,
yeah, you just have the jar that's white label, black letters, mayonnaise.
So Chuck and Miss look at Nicole and go, we got to have this. And they're like, what? This is a game changer. And she's like, I'm not buying it. They go, listen, hear us out. This top comes off. They're taking the top off where we're at. They're like, this top comes off. You buy one bottle of this. We can refill it with the crap you buy all the time. Okay? So she goes, now she's on board. Okay? Fast forward to I have one in my fridge. Okay? She goes in the fridge to get something. What's the one thing she knocks out of the fridge onto the floor and it breaks?
Oh, the mayonnaise bottle.
The mayonnaise bottle, right? Here's the deal. My kids were the horror on their face when they saw that was what was on the floor.
I'm sure it was Vader coming up.
No! Oh, it was awful. And you know what? She's like, still works. They're like, we're getting another bottle, So now we're having a fight over, do we get a second bottle? What do we do? But it's one of those things where it's like, to watch my kids get so excited because it's in the house, and then to watch, that's the one, like there's 62 bottles on that door.
Do you know what I want to do now?
Huh.
Now, every time I want to visit your house,
Yeah.
I just want to bring my own bottle of mayonnaise that I will never use.
Yeah.
Because I hate mayonnaise. And just be like, oh, no, that's not for you.
That's not supposed to be out.
That shouldn't be out.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be out. That's going home with me. That's been in the car since the last time I was here. You may not want to eat that.
I'm just showing you that at any time I want, I can just go and get a bottle of mayonnaise.
That's a prop. That is a prop.
Does it have like the ribbon top where it does like a whole, like it lays down a ribbon of mayonnaise?
I don't think so.
Because they have one where it's just like a circular hole.
Right,
and
yeah,
it does
that's
like,
what it is. Yeah.
But the other one where it's just a flat. Like,
see, that would be nice.
Yeah, so you can go straight across your sandwich.
Yeah, so you don't have to get the knife out and smear it. You can go around.
Now you want to talk about game changer.
Yeah, see, so listen, my kids don't know about that.
Because
I'll
tell you in my house, where I can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or any kind of condiment sandwich with a knife.
Yeah.
Where everyone else in my house needs to use the knives.
Yeah, all right. Why can't I just put all the knives away? Where are they? I made a PB&J.
They use a separate knife for everything, but somehow there's still peanut butter in the jelly.
Okay, so let's do the science behind this real quick because I do the same thing, and people in my house use two knives. Jelly goes on first, okay? Then you on a piece of the peanut butter bread, you wipe the excess jelly off.
Thank you.
Then you dive in the peanut butter jar.
You have an edible paper towel right there.
You're
just
done.
Wipe it off on that.
You're done. You're done.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, it's real easy.
Also, you know what? Sometimes you don't use it, so you might not know this. But you know what? Sometimes doesn't come off in the dishwasher.
Oh yeah,
3 inches of peanut butter on a spoon or a knife.
Yeah.
So then when I'm unloading the dishwasher, and I'm like, well, this one's going on for round 2.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I digress.
Also,
but I can tell you right now, that's how you make a PB&J.
I don't know if you know this, but if you leave a 1/4 inch of milk in a cereal bowl,
yeah,
that spoon is adhered to that cereal bowl.
Oh yeah,
like if you do that at like 10 o'clock at night, and I don't see it till 10 o'clock the next morning.
Oh yeah,
we now have an art installation.
Yeah, it's called
house.
fusion.
Yeah,
that's food fusion. That's what it is. So fusion in the Wilson household is just milk.
Oh yeah, I don't have any spoons.
Spoon to bowl,
but I got a lot of bowl spoons.
Yeah. Hey, if you can one bite that, I got a bowl spoon.
You just pick it up by the spoon handle and you just like dip in.
To be honest with you, I think you just made my new cereal thing. It's a bowl spoon. Here's what we're gonna do. All right,
it's a game changer, Ma.
You want to go shallow on the milk, or you might drown. But here's where we're gonna go. Bowl spoon.
I think it's just people like flexing that they can have milk.
Yeah. So
hey, look at this.
Hey, some of us can have dairy. All right.
Guess what doesn't give us the hot lava?
Yeah. I got one more thing that I got to hit. So here's the deal. We watched. Ted came over last night. We watched some shows we've been watching and this and that. Hung out and then had sleepover. But
Had sleepover.
yeah, and then
Slept in the basement. People made noise.
Yeah, so we're recording early this morning, but there were so many things I wanted to tell him. And I'm like, I gotta save for the podcast. I can't. We don't talk about stuff. Yeah. This is what's weird.
Well, this is Damon. Like Damon hates jokes twice.
I do.
So if it's funny for him once, it won't be funny again.
Yes.
So he has to save it because he'll tell the story. He won't have the same.
I'll put all my passion into it one time.
Yeah, he won't have the same.
Right. There's no more energy.
Influence and want to do it. Yeah.
There's no more energy. But here's what I have to tell you. Now,
emphasis was the word I was looking for.
You may have got. I don't know if you didn't get a glimpse of this because we went right downstairs. I don't remember who got part of the story. Oh, it was my son Nick the other night. Lilo's bird. Okay. Birds in my bushes all the time. They're doing stuff, and my dog
Birds
Lilo.
in the bushes and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. I wasn't listening. What were we talking about?
So anyway, Minnie loves to chase the birds out of the bush. Lilo could give a care. She didn't really care at all. Well, until the other night, she did something where she made me mad, and I put her down on the floor, and I said no, and she put her tail down and her ears back, and she walked away. Well, Chuck took her outside. She comes back in. And she has something in her mouth. And Chuck goes, "What is that?" And he goes, "I see feet." He's yelling. It is a dead bird. Okay. So Lilo is still small enough where she can crawl under that bush in the front yard through this opening, which she's probably a couple months away from realizing I can't get out of here. Okay. But anyway, she must have kept it in there. Well, she thought that her prized possession that she's had, it's time to give this one to Dad because he seems like he's having a bad day.
Father, I've brought you a pick-me-up.
I have brought you my favorite thing. I don't know how this doesn't make you feel better, right?
I've brought a peace offering, Father.
And Chuck, so then he gets it out of her mouth, and now it's laying on my floor. And so he's like, "No, get away from it. I got a paper towel." And as soon as he goes to get a paper towel, she goes back to it. So then Nicole has to get up, get a paper towel. They do the whole thing. They get done. They get it out. And Chuck he comes in, he goes, "You realize that's because you yelled at her." And I go, "What?" He goes, "She's been sitting on that bird, like just waiting."
Well, there you go. This is where your misdirected karma came back on you.
You know what? I never thought of it that way,
Yeah.
but you are correct. You are correct. But no, it was just hysterical because she's got this bird in the house, and I realized that is a prize. That's like hey, look what I did. But here's the deal. You didn't kill that thing. Something else killed that thing. Maybe old age, maybe a cat. You know what I mean? You just found a trophy. Okay. That's all you found.
I wish that was the same for Titan, but he does his own killing.
Does he?
He does the killing.
I do the killing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
He will bring it in, and you're like, no.
Yeah. Well, because
No.
again, Nicole also, she'll throw stuff out in the bushes. I go, "Stop." And she goes, "What?" I go, "Stop." And then even Chuck's like, "They're not supposed to eat bread. They're not supposed to eat all this stuff. That could kill them." I'm like, she could keep bringing in trophies, you know?
I just want to be in your house one time you do that so I can hammer time. And then that's it. Just like, all right, it's been nice. I got to go.
When did Ted even get here?
I have been waiting a long time for that.
You're standing behind my
Frightens
curtains.
everybody.
Yeah.
When did he get here?
You know, it's because you yelled at him. That's why that happened.
But no, it was just so awesome when Chuck tells me, he goes, "You know, she's been sitting on that, Dad. She knew, she went right out and got that and brought that inside." And I was like, "Okay." But so yeah, Lilo's bird was kind of a surprise because I've never had a dog bring one in like that. You know, even if they find something, you know, dogs find stuff and you're like, "Get it out of your mouth," and you get it out of your mouth, you throw it away, but not in the house. I've never had that. So, hey, again, all I could say was thanks, you know. But she came back over, sat in front of me, and then Chuck's like, "Don't get in my face. You got dead bird in your mouth," you know. But anyway, trophy. Mail bottle's a trophy, and the dead bird was a trophy. I think I made out pretty good in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I did okay. But that was my karma. I never thought about that. I was very angry with the dog.
I don't know what hit you today. You got a little karma this morning because we had a sleepover. We snuck out for a little cheeky breakfast on the way in.
Yes, we did.
And first when we get there, they're like, "Coffee." I'm like, "No, I'll have coffee." But Damon's wearing a shirt that says sarcasm. It's what I do best. And I said, "No, when sarcasm's older, maybe he can have some coffee." So the waitress is already joking around with us.
Right.
Brings out the food, brings out just a plate of toast for Damon, and then all of my food. And she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. The other girl stole your skillet, gave it to someone else. It's going to be a minute." Cut to, I don't have any silverware, so I have food, but no way to eat it. Because Damon has already opened his silverware and spread it out in front of him. Like, you know, he's got his fork and his knife up, ready to go. And we say to the waitress, which at the time, we do not know this is the other girl.
She's not ours, yeah.
"Miss, can we just get another thing of silverware?" Rolls her eyes, acting like we're putting her out.
Yeah.
Just asking her to bring over some silverware where the silverware is. Comes back, she's like, "Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, I'm the one that took your skillet." Like, oh, so you've ruined this man's breakfast.
Yeah.
And are upset because we asked you for flatware.
Well, it was nice though. She goes, I'm the one that took your skillet. I go, was it good? That's what I said. She goes,
No, give me something else.
I didn't eat
You
it.
should have said you ate it. It'd
Yeah.
been funnier. But then
Yeah.
she said, well, it had 3 eggs on it. They usually come with 2. They had 3 eggs, which tripped me out. And it didn't have any mushrooms. And so this freaks Damon out.
Right. Because
He's like, miss, to our waitress. Miss. That woman said that specifically that skillet didn't have mushrooms in it.
Yeah.
I need to make sure that there are 0 vegetables.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
no
in mine.
onions, no peppers, no mushrooms. Right.
And she's like, no, I got it. It's a meat lover skillet. First off, not happening anyway, but there's no vegetables. He's like, all right, got it.
Yeah.
Now, what's funny is that the guy that she got the skillet, is there are onions and peppers in it. He's not getting those.
Yeah.
So you ruined that guy's breakfast.
Better him than me. It is what it is. But no, she.
But that was the funniest thing. Sets down an entire spray for me, puts
Yeah.
toast in front of you. Neither one of us can eat.
Yeah, and then it's almost like, hey, enjoy your cold toast when your skillet comes out. You know,
but-
you couldn't make
yeah.
fresh toast when my skillet comes out.
Enjoy your cold toast. And hey, buddy, by the time you get silverware, those eggs are going to be ice.
Yeah,
Ice, baby.
ice. So hey, how about you? Do you have any fun this week besides going to a
Max
show
standing me up.
Yeah, the Mac didn't go
last
to?
week. Did I do anything this week? Probably not.
No, nothing good, eh?
No, yeah.
Okay, well, hey, let's get into some fun facts because I have extra ones today, and they're all get this, they're all animal related.
Oh, those are the worst. Go ahead.
I think they're the best. You think they're the worst?
I hate them.
Okay.
So much.
Okay. Well, this one's true though. Penguins' legs are longer than they look, and they actually have knees. Did you know penguins? Listen, when I learn stuff, I get super excited.
There's a book I read probably 25 years ago that's called "Why Do Penguins Have Knees?"
Shut up.
Look it up, Mac.
Huh? See, that's where you let us down, okay? How do I let you guys down?
It's comedic gold.
Yeah, it's comedic gold, Jerry. Ovaltine bit. It's gold. So anyway, I had no idea that they had knees because when you watch them walk, nothing bends. Does it bend all the way up in their body? It's got to be up in their body,
I don't know.
right?
I didn't like.
So my point is I thought they had little webbed stems coming out of the bottom of their body. So now to find out that penguins actually have legs that are longer than they look and they have knees. It's a bending joint. That's pretty insane, man. You know what I mean? But to tell me that
Now, why? Oh, I'm sorry. It was called "Do Penguins Have Knees?" But yes.
Okay, but it's still the same premise.
Yeah.
Penguins and knees.
Right.
Okay.
Now that's not as. It is weird because you can't see them. Because
Right. So I'm thinking it's got to be up here.
It looks like they're wearing a long, tuxedo coat.
Yeah. Like they're in Carhartts.
Why do the flamingo knees go backwards? That's the thing I care about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that. There wasn't a book. Why?
Okay. So now I got a new fun fact I got to search out.
I guess so.
For next episode. Guess who's doing animal ones next time? Spoiler alert. Dead. So
Look, I like this one down here. That's just a drawing. It says, "I do have knees."
I do have knees.
That's two
and
X's,
it's a drawing.
2 X's right
Yeah.
where it looks like
Yeah.
his genitals would
Yeah,
be.
it's like a stick drawing, and they're like, "Yeah, I do have knees." I've never seen a stick penguin before.
Now, here's one where they have the skeleton. I wish you guys could see this.
It looks like the skeleton is
it
doing.
has a bend, and it's like people mistake these for knees.
See, I'm telling you right now, this is a fun fact that I'm gonna have to
Knee is
research.
higher up
But I was very excited to find out that penguins have knees. I just really was.
because
So-
they don't use them.
No, they don't.
But they go. Blah, 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 blah,
Well,
blah.
the same thing. So think about it. When I got on top of a snowy hill when I was a kid, I would jump down to my knees and slide down that hill. Okay, penguins lay on their back and slide down. So that means that kind of tells me they don't have knees. Because
Well, I think it's for the fact that they waddle back and forth like they have their underwear around their ankles.
Correct. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And they're trying to they look over and they don't have any single ply.
Yeah.
And they look under the cabinet, there's a single ply. Now they got to waddle over to the pantry.
Yeah. Ma, we're out of toilet paper. All right.
Which I'll tell you, I don't know what's going on in my house, but the bathroom that I don't make boom boom in
Yeah.
has been going through toilet paper. Like I don't use toilet paper in that room, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But I have put 4 rolls in that 3 days this week.
Is that the downstairs one?
That's 12 rolls.
Is that the downstairs
Yeah.
one?
Well,
that's-
I don't know what they're doing.
Well,
in
maybe
there.
people visit, and maybe they just take a roll of toilet
There's
paper.
been no one in our house but family. So unless the dog has learned how to do it in there,
Right. Dog's like, I like to be clean. We get a bidet. I will not go through nearly as much toilet paper. I don't understand.
well, we do like it clean.
Yeah, we do like it clean.
Yeah, she said
She
yes.
said yes.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Inside joke for nobody else but us. Sorry
Told
about
you, Johnny.
Sorry about your bad luck. All right, so here's my second one. We may have talked about this one before, but if you feed a moose, okay,
Already sounds familiar.
it may become aggressive and attack the next human it meets. if they have no food to offer. Now, let me tell you what
Now,
I'm going to do.
That sounds like Damon is now going to feed every moose
Yeah.
on this earth.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. I am like, call me moose bait, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to feed everything. Every moose. I'll be like, there's a chance he bites you. There's a chance he more than does that to the next guy.
We're gonna get informed that Macaulay has been eaten by a moose because Damon has seeded the moose population. Yeah. And he's not going to feed him something moose likes. He's going to give him, like like zebra cakes or something.
The moose is wearing a that checks out hat. I know who did this. I know who's behind this.
Yeah, I meant to talk to you off air yesterday about how do we get Macaulay a hat. He's been asking one for like 3 years.
Gotcha.
Should probably get him a hat.
Gotcha. But no, that's what's funny. He's like, I got a moose over there. Is he wearing a hat with the blue oval on it?
Hey, that moose knows Damon to tear.
He's got to be friendly.
It's got to be a friendly moose.
I got to tell you right now, I know he's well fed because when he gets that hat, this thing's eating good. Okay?
You're eating good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, this thing's eating good. All right?
Those moose want their baby back ribs.
But I just can't imagine because those things
you
are
can think
huge.
like, all right, so it's an animal. It's got an animal brain. It's got
Yeah.
a minimal brain, but it's like, hey, that shape, that feeds me.
Yeah.
This shape didn't feed me.
So, hey, to be honest with you, if my shape feeds him, it's going to take a big man for that thing to want more food from something.
It's like this morning. I'm waiting for you to get ready. I'm sitting on your couch, and the dog is just like, oh, so I know sometimes this thing plays with me. So she's like, trying to get like just messing around, trying to wrestle with me a little bit. Same thing with the moose. Sometimes this thing eats. Sometimes this thing feeds me.
Sometimes.
Has no idea it's a different thing.
And
has no idea he's never met this human.
No.
Just what's going on?
So
last time I saw something like you, I got fed.
So the moral of the story is after I fed the moose, you better hope he doesn't meet you when he's hungry.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that's when bad stuff's going to happen.
I got my mosquito netting. I got my bear spray. I got my moose sandwich.
But I like what I like is
I'm ready for the wild.
You know what's weird? He got 7 sandwiches, 6 for me, 1 for the moose. Okay, we're going hiking. All right.
Yeah, we call it a moose's dozen.
Moose's dozen.
Moose's half dozen is what we call that. It's 7 sandwiches, 6 for me, 1 for the moose.
You just see me. I'm holding the moose at arm's length eating my sandwich.
Yeah. You had yours.
I shouldn't have gave him his first.
I told you to pace yourself.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gave him his first. I understand where I made my mistake.
I said small bites. Yeah. That's on you, Moose.
We nibble. Nice.
Don't snatch.
Right. But I love, it doesn't say that he will bite you. It says he will attack the next human.
Yeah.
So this thing's like hiding behind a tree. You just see it like a moose stack of antlers coming out from each side. And you're like, what's behind that tree? And then he comes out and like grabs you like a ninja. Where's that 7th sandwich? I
don't know why this just occurred to me, but did I tell you about the spam and my mom?
Yeah. Oh, with the ornament?
Yeah. I told you that story? Okay.
Yes.
I know this came up and be like,
no, because we're talking about food.
Drove 2 hours.
Well,
to get a spam ornament.
Well, I like how that pops in your head because we're talking about a moose attacking
I was
about
thinking
food.
about the food. I was
it's like, wait a minute now.
You know, it's silly and it involves food.
But we're talking about animals, Ted. It's about animals.
To be fair, the whole conversation came up because we talked about how that's popular in Hawaii. Some of the family's been to Hawaii. The joke is Truman's been to Hawaii, but Tina was pregnant with him at the time. So, the joke that he's been there.
Right.
So he's never had spam. So not only did I get a spam ornament, she got him 2 cans of spam. And for fun, just as a little shooter, some Vienna sausages.
Really?
Those have been on the stairs in the same gift bag since Christmas. Mm-hmm. The other day, I'm putting my shoes on. I'm sitting down on the stairs putting my shoes on because I'm an old man. That's what I do. Look over. One of the cans of spam is now misshapen because I think it's been used as a step.
Really?
Did to Hormel's credit, and Nate
held up quite
the
well.
The aforementioned Nate now works for Division of Hormel. Held up. It's a little misshapen, but so I moved that to the kitchen because first off, stairs is probably not the best place to store spam. I know it is. It expires. The expiration on it is 2026. It'll probably survive till 3026. But until I make the effort to open it up and feed it to the boy,
that
spam will just sit in the pantry.
Now, do you think when you feed him spam, the next person that doesn't feed him spam, he may attack?
No, you probably thank them.
Yeah. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Yeah. I tried to step on it and ruin it.
Yeah, I stomped on this. He still cooked it for me.
There was one point where he would eat spaghetti every day.
Yeah.
So we bought like spaghetti, both pasta and sauce in bulk.
Yeah.
The other day I'm in the pantry. I'm like, hey, you think this sauce from 2017 is still good?
Yeah.
Because it had fallen like behind like the Ziploc bags and everything. The stuff you don't like.
Right.
You don't switch out. You don't FIFO.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not front. We're not fronting the shelf.
Yeah, we're not first in, first out in the
the
Ziploc bags. But I literally pulled it out. And it was like a color of brown. I've never seen pasta sauce. Yeah.
Hey, you put that over Spam. I hear it's pretty good. It's pretty
I
good.
should have made a dish and sent it to Ed. I don't know why I'm picking Ed. Hey guys, remember Ed? Yeah. He listens to the show sometimes.
We talk about Dave. We might as well talk about Ed. Hey. And
wait. Hooper.
Right. So
Jenny O.
You shouldn't have mentioned Hooper right before this one.
Are these
All
people running for office? You have to mention them all equally.
Hey, we're looking for sponsors. Anyone wants to throw us a buck?
Yeah. Some female penguins, I've got another penguin one.
Oh my God.
Engage in prostitution, performing a sex act in exchange for pebbles. Okay, here's the deal.
I'm glad you didn't start with this one because I'm already not on board with the
here's
animal
the deal.
facts.
I understand.
Let's talk about these penguin whores.
Well, now that I know they have knees, that's opened up a whole new world as to how this happens.
Hey, I can tell this is not Pebbles. Where's my regular gear?
Here's my deal though.
You know that gif of the penguin walking and the other penguin smacks him into the hole?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a pimp hand? You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Where's my money? Where's my money, Pebbles?
Yeah.
All right, read your story. I wasn't.
No, but my thing is if you had asked me to sketch penguin sex a little while ago before I knew they had knees,
oh Lord,
it would have looked totally different than what I could do now.
Yeah, you got skeletal X-rays of that on Google now?
I'm just saying. This is totally different.
Maybe that's the book I read. Do penguins have needs?
Needs. That's what it is.
Yeah, you had to think about it.
They needs pebbles because that's what they do.
They need pebbles for their bam bam.
So what's great is they get paid in a pebble. But then here's the next part. However, sometimes they will just trick the male into thinking they'll have sex. Then they run off once they get the pebble.
You put the pebble in the dresser afterwards. You never put the pebble in the dresser first.
It's like your moose sandwich. You don't lead with the moose sandwich. You eat all yours, and then you go, I'm saving you one, buddy.
You show them
you hang tight.
You show them you have the money in the wallet. Yeah. You do not hand them the money.
Correct. Look, I may have a pocket full of pebbles, okay? Here's the deal. She's getting one, and it's when we're done, okay?
Hey, that's
one and done.
That's the origin of pocket full of kryptonite.
Yeah. That's what it is.
They gave them the once, and they were like, wait a minute, we're keeping it in the pocket.
Hold on a second here. You got pebbles in that pocket? Nope, just
what I like, though, is that we have now learned that these birds have gone to, like, they have different levels of crime. Yeah. So not only are they selling themselves for sex, they're also doing petty larceny instead of the sex. Hey, you know what? If we just take that pebble, we don't have to put out first.
Yeah. Hey, same time.
Also, I don't think there's a market on the pebbles. I think they could just go get their own rock.
That's what it is.
They're so lazy. They're like, you know what? I'm going to pretend to have sex with this penguin just to get a rock. I can go walk and get myself.
Yeah, but somewhere there's a penguin that looks like me that's rolling a boulder over to this chick going, I've heard such good things. Okay. And you're just pushing this boulder.
You're like, I've heard what you'll do for a pebble, baby.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you a whole island.
I got a Klondike bar over here with your name on it.
What would you do for this Klondike bear?
But a pebble. So that's how they pay him. So again,
I'm telling you, it'd be like if you paid for it in grass.
Yeah, right. Here's some lawn clippings.
I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm just talking like you went out to your lawn and went, hey, you know that thing that you walk past every day? Here's some of it for sex.
Here you go. Hey, we have sex now. You have lawn. I have sex.
I even brought you some rocks lining the side of the driveway.
And then she's leaving. You're like, never give her the lawn first.
Hey, how'd it go? I gave her the lawn
I gave her the lawn first. So she's gone. Lawn and gone. That's all it is.
Long gone.
She's lawn and gone.
Long gone.
Yeah. I have one more fun fact. I saved it for last. This one involves sloths. Okay? They only poop once a week. And when they do, they lose up to 1/5 of their body weight. Pooping for sloths is also responsible for 50% of their deaths. As being down on the ground is a vulnerable time for them. Overall, the entire trip to poop uses 8% of their daily energy needs.
Ooh, I wouldn't go in there for at least 5 or 6 days.
There is so much funny math in this reading. It's not even funny. Oh my God. Okay, so listen, 1/5 of your body weight. Imagine if I did that, okay, I would have to take like a 60-pound crap right now. Okay, first off.
Hey, I got to go drop a leg off at the pool. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's like giving birth to like a 10-year-old. Okay.
Right, maybe that's where Food Baby came from.
Yeah. but a fifth of their body weight, okay? And this says it's also responsible for 50% of their deaths because when they're on the ground, they're most vulnerable. I didn't realize the other day I read something about when your dog, when they go to take a dump and they're looking at you and you're not supposed to.
They're for safety.
For safety.
Yeah. They're looking at you to be like, hey, you keep an eye out.
Yeah, you got my 6 because I'm pooping. Right. Yeah. So a sloth, even if it uses another sloth to have their 6, it can't protect them.
Hey, I'm coming. Watch out.
Right. Look, you have to start behind me, almost where I'm pooping. Okay.
Also,
for you to
what
have
is the mechanism for their pooping? Can they not just put their butt off of a limb?
That's my point. It's gravity, dude.
They have claws. Mac has a picture of where it looks like this one's giving us the bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have claws that can wrap around tree branches. You're telling me they can't hold on hard enough?
Oh, if you could do that, I would crap on everything all the time. And imagine, it's
you
a
think
fifth
you'd
of your
be
body
pissed
weight.
at birds?
Yeah, right.
Suddenly you're taking down a 9-pound crap.
Listen, when I go to Bridge Festival and that hits my windshield,
so it says they weigh between 9 and 17 pounds. Let's say 15 pounds to be
15 pounds.
That's
a fifth.
That's 3 pounds.
That's 3 pounds of crap.
That's a 3-pound crap.
I've never done a 3-pound crap.
No comment.
First off, I don't want to mechanically think about how that happens. Okay.
Well,
I don't want to think about it.
It says that they have coarse brown fur, long limbs, and curved claws for hanging tightly to tree branches, the adaptation to upside-down tree living. But nowhere did they evolve pooping from the tree?
Yeah. I mean, are they wiping with leaves? Is that why they got to be on the ground? Are they wiping?
Hey, hold on, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.
Maybe,
I got to go poop.
Maybe it's because they can only hang. Maybe they need to be right side up.
Are they worried about it getting in their fur? I'd rather walk around with fur, like with poop fur, than be dead.
Listen, if I have sloth dangleberries, but I'm alive,
right.
I feel like life is way better.
There seems to be an imbalance in the force here, Luke.
And you know what? Who can eat a sloth next to a 3-pound pile of crap? So what kind of stupid animal is killing these things and eating them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's ignorant. And the last thing.
Oh, yeah.
No,
this tastes like crap.
You wait for it. No, you just wait for him to get done. And then when he starts to work his way back up the tree.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's clean.
No, because you know what? That's like a smoker. You got to know 4 hours in advance you want to eat. I don't do that. I grill. I know 6 minutes from now I'm having a steak.
8 days from now, I want 1/5 of this roast.
Yeah, right. But the last piece of math that really gets me, the entire trip to poop uses 8% of their daily energy. Here's the deal. I'm on board with that math because I've done that before.
Well, now they're burning calories in 2 ways. They're getting over a fifth of their body weight and 8% of their calories.
Yeah. I got to tell you what, they probably look pretty hot when they're done. If I lost a fifth of my body weight in a crap, and then
Yeah, they look like someone turned a raccoon inside out. I don't care what they look like after a poop.
Yeah. But 8% of their, listen, who hasn't burned 8% of their daily energy use going to the bathroom? Seriously, raise your hand if you haven't. Put your hand down.
Ladies and gentlemen, radio humor.
Liar. So that was my last fun fact. I saved it for last because I thought there's a lot of math in there that checks out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. My father would have enjoyed that. Thank you.
There was a lot of math.
I didn't care for the defecation part.
Yeah, but the math
was exciting. Just so you know, that's not what my father sounded like.
No.
It's been 20 years, but I'm pretty sure he didn't sound like a radio guy from the 30s.
All right, now.
Tell you what, Stanley, tell me more about this sloth pooping.
I would like to hand this to you and have you do some of this so we can. I've read some of them, so I kind of know it's not bad. But I have a little topic here. What do we have?
Have we done any of these before?
No, this is new.
Everyone, this is an extract from a 1950's home economics book under the subheading "Tips to Look After Your Husband."
Yes, from the 50s.
Have dinner ready. Plan ahead, even the night before. Are you a sloth going to poop? To have a delicious meal on time. This is a way of letting him know that you have been thinking about him and are concerned about his needs. Most men are hungry when they come home, and the prospects of a good meal are part of the warm welcome needed.
Okay, so there. That's cool.
Think a day ahead. Now, here's the thing. That means you're constantly a day behind.
Right.
Because on Tuesday, you're thinking about Wednesday. But then on Wednesday, while you're cooking Wednesday's meal, you're thinking about Thursday's meal. But then Thursday's meal, you're like, oh, no. Should I think ahead 2 days to Saturday?
Saturday's going to be here all day. I have more meals to plan.
Oh, Lord. The next one is, I haven't got to any of them, but the next one seems to be the worst.
Okay, go for it.
The worst!
Go for it.
Prepare yourself And I'm not telling you to prepare yourself. That's the subheading of this next one. Take 15 minutes to rest so you will be refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup, put a ribbon in your hair, and be fresh looking. He has just been with a lot of work-weary people. Be a little gay and a little interesting.
Yeah.
His boring day may need a lift.
Huh? Are we onto something here? I mean,
Yeah.
think about it.
Now, his lift day might need a boring.
Hey, Hey, Mac, how many times you greeted at the door like that?
Yeah, does Amy ever put on a little ribbon, touch up her makeup, ask you if sitting around listening to two fat guys talk to each other has been boring and need a little lift?
How's your day been? I know you had that checks out in the studio.
Yeah. I can see you have that checked out look on your face.
I made meatloaf.
Oh no, Mac is checked out. He's been that checked out. Clear away the clutter, Damon.
Oh, I would like this one.
Make one last trip through the main part of the house just before your husband arrives, gathering up school books, toys, paper, etc. Then run a dust cloth over the tables. Your husband will feel that he has reached a haven of rest and order and will give you a lift too.
Oh, you know what?
Spending 15 minutes rushing through cleaning the house after you've spent the whole day working on the house will give you a lift too.
You know what I did all day? I worked on the house. So I spent the last 15 minutes frantically working on the house.
Prepare the children.
Oh,
That sounds like you're warming it up the oven.
Yeah, I like this one. Yes. They need to marinate.
Take a few minutes to wash the children's hands and faces. In the parenthetical, if they are small. Comb their hair, and if necessary, change their clothes. Everyone out of your play clothes. Father is coming.
Get into daddy's home clothes.
They are little treasures, and he would like to see them playing the part. That sounds creepy.
That's kind of weird.
Hey, kids who got off the streets. Are you dressed for daddy?
Daddy's home.
Here's one that you'll really enjoy.
Yeah.
Minimize all noise. At the time of his arrival, eliminate all noise of washer, dryer, dishwasher, or vacuum. Try to encourage the children to be quiet. Be happy to see him. Greet him with a warm smile and be glad to see him. All right, that's a little repetitive 50s home economics book.
But here's my problem with that. Everything you just named right there, washer, dryer, that's all her. Okay, that's the 50s.
Yeah.
This is the 50s.
So you're telling her to shut her mouth. Yeah. Is what you're saying.
You quiet down is what I'm saying. You are the dishwasher. You do the laundry.
Can I follow up with some don'ts? Now, this is still in the middle. We're still in the middle, but we're getting to don'ts.
Yeah, let's do some don'ts.
Don't greet him with problems or complaints. Don't complain if he is late for dinner.
Ooh.
Count this as minor compared with what he might have gone through in his day.
It is. I think we're on.
Yeah,
this right now needs to come back.
I feel like I am doing a bit, and Damon is begging to go back to the 1950s.
I really am.
That's what I feel like we're at right now.
I really am.
Here's the next one you're going to love.
Okay.
Make him comfortable.
Ooh.
Have him lean back in a comfortable chair or suggest he lie down in the bedroom. Have a cool or warm drink ready for him. Arrange his pillow and offer to take off his shoes. Speak in a low, soft, soothing, and pleasing voice. Allow him to relax.
I like this.
Unwind.
Yes.
Oh, wait. These just keep getting better for you.
Do you think in the 2050s this is coming back? Because I got to live that long now. I got to live that long.
Are we in the roaring 20s right now? Because if we are, then
I don't know.
I tell you, apparently the economy is booming. Couldn't tell it from my job prospects,
Right.
But apparently the economy is booming. Stock market's going up. Yeah. I'm worried about the 30s. So hopefully we get to the 50s.
Yeah, let's get to the 50s.
Now you're going to like this one. Listen to him. Little glare here. You may have had things you need to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the time. Let him talk first.
You know what I do? I walk in the house and I just zip it.
Yeah. Hey.
Whoa.
I'm not talking. You need to shut up.
Yeah. No one speaks till I say something.
Referencing 4 steps back. Washer, dishwasher, vacuum. Shut it.
Right. We got some don'ts. Did we do the don'ts?
Make the evening his. Never complain if he does not take you to dinner or no other part of entertainment. Instead, try to understand his world of strain and pressure. He needs to come home and relax.
So now let's go back.
We got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's get
one more don't?
One more. No, just one more subtitle. Then the goal. Try to make your home a place of peace and order where your husband can renew himself in body and spirit. That has been Tips to Look After Your Husband from 1950.
That's what I wanted to get to. This is from the 1950s. This is stuff. First off, a little part of this should be in everybody's lifestyle anyway.
I want to see how you defend that. Go ahead.
But to this, no. First, I'm going to have Wade What step in here and be like, okay, here's the deal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, your dishwasher needs to be quiet. It's like, stop talking. You're not helping.
Oh, you know what? I should have said I walked up. Hey, Damon, I see your dishwasher in the in the kitchen.
Why is your dishwasher out in the kitchen? She's trying to talk to me. Yeah.
I see you're talking to your child. Why is the dishwasher also speaking? All right, so what do you want? You said some of this should be in your life. I want to see what you're going to say.
Some of this should be my. So listen, the whole sweeping the house and making it nice before I get in.
Wow.
Yeah. I think this happens. Now listen, here's where they need to look at. This is cool because this is basically telling a girl that's in probably high school then, middle school, high school. This is telling you what you should do for your husband at the time, back in the 50s. Now, this is what your family, I think if you just switch this to family, this is what your family should do for you now, okay? And they should be like, because here's what I live by. I live by a premise, Ted, that I have certain things that I totally get ticked off about. So it's like, if you just take those little things and you go, let's not do them.
Some things.
Yeah. Just a few. Just a couple.
This list of 47 things.
Yeah, there's probably a handful.
Don't.
But my point is it's like, when that makes me mad, how about if we focus on that one? Okay.
I also like how you have totally got on board with this, knowing that your wife also works outside of the house.
Correct.
When she comes home, you want her to get home before you, run a dust cloth through the house, shut up her washer, vacuum, dishwasher mouth, change the children's clothes.
Yeah.
And maybe have a warm or cold beverage ready for you, depending.
No, what you missed is, Miss is in charge of dishes, so she's the dishwasher, and Chuck's in charge of laundry. So what I need all three of those to shut down, okay? And they speak when Daddy speaks. That's all I'm asking for. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Okay, very little.
Do you need like a little sopapillas flag where you run it up and be like, you may speak now?
Yeah.
Oh, Dad's coaster's on red. He doesn't want it anymore.
Why is that at half mast? Because he is pissed. Okay, he's pissed.
He is one more.
Someone's going to die.
He has one more thing.
Yeah,
that's going to push him over the edge.
Yeah, but no, that's my thing. Is I have a certain, and each kid knows what it is, and Nicole knows what it is. So it's like, just with those things, like, you don't have to go out of your way for other stuff, and that's cool. But like, no, when I come home, like you saw him before we left today, the dog knocked the pillows sideways. I'm fixing pillows. I like the stuff to look kind of like I like it to look. It's not hard. The dog's gonna knock the pillows off.
That's what's the most fun is, because you can tell when your family's had it with you, and you come over and it's like, we pressing buttons today.
Now, in their defense, last night everybody left us alone, which was nice.
I did mention though, at some point in the middle of the night, someone came down and had a beverage with authority.
That's what you said. Yeah, like a glass on a counter.
Yeah. And it was just enough time for the glass to hit the counter, be filled, be consumed, and the glass to be slammed back down on the counter. Just long enough for me to be like, oh, I think I'm going to fall back. Whoa! All right.
Right. Somebody's done drinking.
Was Minnie out all night?
Minnie is out all night.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then that's what that was.
Minnie's out all night. So she'll come down and walk around and do stuff. But like I said, no, Lilo stays right now. She's still in the kennel in the room, only because she's not. We want to make sure she don't chew nothing. She doesn't, but we don't leave her out during the day either. We have a bigger kennel. She's even in there. So, but no, at night, yeah, Minnie is out. And so since where you're sleeping is almost underneath where you come down the top stairs.
Yeah.
So the thing in my house is when my kids hit the bottom step, like they hit the floor, you think they jump from the top. You're like, did you guys take any of the steps on the way down?
That's my daughter when she just takes a step.
Okay.
You think she's jumping from the second floor every step.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah. You're like that. And then you look at him, you're like, you're not big. Why? I don't make that much noise, and I am twice your size. I don't make that much noise. So
also, I think you need to check your thermostat. Now, my head didn't go off that someone was touching it, but where I was sleeping, my face was right under a vent.
Yeah.
So like every like 40 minutes or so, it'd be like, is my face on fire? What is happening?
Yeah, no, I only keep it at like 62, 64. Yeah.
Well, you need to talk to that vent in the basement.
Yeah.
Because it thinks it needs to be
if I was
80.
sleeping there, I would have shut it. I would have closed it down. You should have closed it. But no, it's just kind of funny where those are idiosyncrasies in my house at night. And that's one thing. But I bet you got a chocolate milk run. That's what you got. Somebody come down. They made the chocolate milk. They drank the chocolate milk because when every other cup goes back upstairs. That cup is boom.
Well, yeah,
we're done,
Unlike my house, milk should be a kitchen-only activity.
Yeah, no, milk is pretty much a kitchen-only activity in my house.
I wish that was the same in my house.
So anyway, if we can all agree that some of these things would benefit everybody's
Oh,
household.
no, I'm not. You're not getting me on recording
Mac,
saying
are you on
that.
board with that? Huh? Mac, would you like to come home to all this stuff?
Totally.
All right. Nice knowing you two.
Right.
That checks out. Has been recorded in Ted's bathroom. That's the only place he has left.
Previously recorded an Audio High podcast.
Previously owned and operated by the late Brian.
No.
Yeah.
I don't have a day job.
So,
I don't think you understand. In this situation, you're dead.
I was going to say, no, so you know what Max says? He goes, I don't have a day job. Send me that list. I'm going to do that stuff for Amy. Just send me that list.
Think I figured out my problem, boys.
She gets home. Do you have a ribbon in your hair and makeup on? And he's like, I look pretty for you.
Well, whatever. Give me my warm beverage, boy.
Are you not going to eat the souffle? I took your shoes off. Okay. Let's do a
Yeah. And then he's like, why are you talking?
Yeah. I have not said a word.
I
yet.
have not
I don't
unwound
understand.
yet.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why is the dishwasher making noise? That's what it is. Dishwasher's making noise again. You just complain. You know what fixes that? A pebble. Okay.
Why do you have bruises? Well, the dishwasher is making noise, and he stopped. She stopped it using the Fonzie method.
Max stands up and a pocket full of pebbles fall out.
I have the loudest dishwasher.
Do you really?
I didn't realize it was loud because apparently I've just never heard other people's dishwashers. My brother-in-law was over. He's like, dude, what is with your dishwasher?
Womp, 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 womp.
It's like, that's not what they're supposed to sound like.
Just finds out it's like chewing up glass underneath it.
We get that every time Chuck washes a blanket in the washer. You hear the and you're like, don't go in there.
Yeah.
It's moving. You know what I mean?
Is someone trying to get out?
Yeah. Just leave it alone. The dogs bark like somebody's at the front door. You're like, stop.
Did you throw a shoe in there?
Yeah.
Fum, fum, fum.
I thought I washed every blanket in the house at the same time, but they're all on the same side of the washer now. That's not going to work. You know, it's laying on its side.
Kind of sounds like a sawmill.
You need to check your appliance.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of
sounded like that.
See, that doesn't make it right, okay? You don't go, that's always sounded that way. That's not. Now, I work in an industry where there people come in and they go, hey, it never sounded this way. Now it's not, okay, sometimes when they get older, they sound certain ways. But if you tell me it's always sounded this way, it's supposed to sound that way, probably. But unless you bought all your appliances brand new and they sounded that way, I'd say you might want to check into those appliances. So, hey, let's do a strange story. I got one more.
Strange stories.
Okay, this one's called You're in Trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Urine.
Urine.
Oh,
You're in trouble.
you're in trouble.
URINE, trouble.
Trouble.
Couple forced to sit in pee-soaked plane seats for 9 hours. You fly, I don't.
Yeah, no, this,
You know about this?
no, but I'm saying I've seen, like, they've landed planes because someone farted too much, but they could just sit in piss-soaked seats. Go ahead. Give me the story.
The pee incident happened December 30th, 2023 in New Zealand. The couple, who graciously haven't been named in the media, that's probably good, have been vacationing in Bangkok over the holidays. Well, pee-soaked seat after being in Bangkok is probably an upgrade.
Yeah, one night in Bangkok.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you pay for the upgrade? Because we got the pee-soaked seats. So anyway, they were preparing to return home to New Zealand. With no straight flights to Kiwi Land, the first leg of their return trip involved a schlep from Bangkok to Sydney. So they boarded the more than 9-hour-long flight operated by Qantas. Is that a flight?
Yes, that is the national airline of
Australia?
New Zealand, maybe?
New Zealand? Okay.
Could be Australia.
So it says boarding went without an issue. The couple sat in their seats. The problems began when the man and the couple in the small complimentary pillow, he dropped it onto the floor. When he picked up the pillow, it was wet. Okay. I now have a problem, and we are landing this plane, or I am probably considered a terrorist. Okay?
It's the Australia.
Oh, Australian. Okay.
Qantas, yeah. So, wait, he picked up
He dropped his pillow on the floor,
Yeah.
picked it up, and it was wet. So he didn't just put it on the floor. Their headphones and neck pillow and nearly $50 worth of duty-free shopping were also damp. Yeah, duty. Yet the couple simply assumed there was some water on the floor. I don't think I'd ever assume.
Yeah, no, not in the flight.
Yeah, and you know what I'm not doing? I'm not sniffing to see if it's water. I'm going to assume it's piss.
Hundreds of people in a metal tube.
Yeah.
But that's water.
Yeah. It's probably sweating. This plane probably sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yet the couple simply assumed there was some water on the floor, perhaps spilled by the cleaning crew. I don't think the cleaning crew had anything to do with this, but they will eventually.
Still not. I mean, you got to keep going because I don't understand how this leads to them being in piss soaked.
So they stole their shopping overhead in the compartment, laid back on the dry parts of the pillows. On the dry parts of the pillows.
Gross.
Okay. And the plane took off. The horror began towards the tail end of the flight. Nope. The horror began the minute they freaking sat down. Okay. That's what happened.
9 hours ago.
I almost said the F word. I said frickin' instead. But I'm going to tell you right now, I was that impassioned about. I know when the problem started.
I almost didn't say sizzling. I almost said bacon.
Yeah, I did. So suddenly, a traveler sitting behind the couple reached under the seat and pulled out a pair of urine-soaked children's underwear.
What is happening on this airplane?
I don't know. Yet it wasn't water on the floor. In quotes, now we know that we've been sitting in urine for a 10-hour trip, the couple said. And the travel neck pillow, well, I had been using that for the last couple hours under the assumption it was just a bit wet from water. Nope, kids piss. Okay, here's the deal.
Yeah, wait, hold on. They're not actually sitting in piss, though.
No.
They're
no,
just
they're
holding
not.
a pillow or having a neck pillow, which is still gross. I'm not saying.
I'd rather sit in piss
because
than have it around my
I'm
neck.
telling you, if you're sitting in a wet seat for 9 hours, you would have noticed 8 hours and 59 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't have been like, wait a minute.
And you know what? When my
1/3 of a day later, I noticed it's a bit swampy in my lower region.
I feel like I ran track today, and I have been napping.
Anyone else getting a hint of piss?
Reluctant to recompensate. This sounds, after the disgusting discovery, the couple immediately called the flight attendant. She took the filthy underwear away for disposal, and she said she'd talk to the supervisor. They never will, but they'll tell you that. The flight attendant returned after the call. According to the couple, the supervisor had offered to compensate them generously with 10,000 Qantas points. Would you like to relive this whole thing? Here's how we can do it. Let me put you on another plane. Okay? That does not make up the fact that they were sitting in a biohazard waste, the couple said.
I get that, but you also didn't call. This is the same thing as eating your entire meal and being like, I didn't like that.
Yeah, there was a hair in there. When? Second bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. I know.
You ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
You were the entire flight and then went, I'm not putting to pass. These guys literally went the entire flight, the last 3 minutes, pissed on their own pillows. And been like, we've been sitting in piss this whole time. Actually, brought a pair of child's underwear, pissed in it, and then threw it under the seat. And been told the guy behind him, hey, can you get the thing under the seat real quick?
Yeah. So it says once they got home and had thrown away their travel pillows and duty-free shopping, the couple got in touch with Qantas. They requested a full refund of $3,829 in New Zealand dollars, around $2,350 in American money, that they had paid for the tickets. A perfectly reasonable request, if you ask us. Qantas, however, wasn't having any of it. Wow. Okay, it says, I understand that due to the inconvenience experience, you want to request a refund for the flight. However, we regret we're unable to meet your request for the ticket as your ticket was fully utilized. Again, you can stop a meal 3 bites in. You can't stop a flight when it's in the air.
I get that. But I'm saying if you would have alerted them
Correct.
at the head of the flight.
We need to know that 95% of your flight, we need to be aware you're sitting in piss.
Yeah.
Okay? Not in the last 3% that you're sitting in piss.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was this piss scentless?
Yeah.
How do you go 9 hours and be like, you know what?
Hydrated.
Yeah.
You know what? This
Yeah. That's
this doesn't seem like water anymore.
That is maybe there's a guy coming from Kenya for a race or something. Maybe he's well hydrated. You know what I mean? That's clear piss. You know, just water.
In children's underwear?
Hey, they're skinny. Kenya, they're skinny. It happens, you know?
Also, none of it dried out. Like, they claimed that the person behind them grabbed a pair of soaked underwear.
Yeah.
After 9 hours.
Right. Yeah. Stuff tends to dry.
Was it super soaked?
Yeah. However, we regret we're unable to meet your request, right? So it says it was fully utilized. Reading the spelling error, Qantas emailed the couple. Oh, sorry. It basically says that they misspelled a word in here, but I didn't. I glossed right over it because I'm reading. I'm more surprised by the fact that they're saying, you know what? You got your flight home. Shush. You know?
Yeah.
Well, that was no good. The couple wrote back. I said they expected to be refunded, at least for the Bangkok-Sydney flight, if not the follow-up one. They also acknowledged that it is likely, or it likely wasn't Qantas staff that had left the seats dirty, that said they had argued they were not responsible for that. They are contracted, this is a quote, they are contracted through Qantas, so it's your responsibility that you must own, the couple wrote. Again, They are correct. If you're paying someone to clean your place and you don't provide a clean place, look, it's the same with VRBO. You rent a VRBO, you go in there and it's not clean. Listen, the guy that owns it that lives in Seattle, he didn't come there and clean it. He paid a cleaning crew, but he's responsible for having it clean.
Right.
So I totally agree with what they're saying. I totally get it. I also don't understand, like you said, how do we not smell piss for 9 hours in an airplane? Long story short, the back and forth went on for a while. Qantas said they would investigate, in quotes, on the matter. And an intern, it honestly wasn't surprised a little. The company eventually agreed that a full refund, and they said they called it as a gesture of goodwill.
Like, these seem to be the dumbest detectives I've ever, like, they couldn't put together that the liquid they were sitting in was urine until they saw the underwear.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, you telling me that's pee that I've wrapped around my neck?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on here, Watson.
Yeah.
I think the game's afoot.
And by the way, I dropped my pillow 12 minutes into my flight, picked it up, and it was damp. And I went, now I shall wear it. Okay?
I don't know. Like, the whole thing still doesn't click with me. Because if you're on a flight and it's wet enough to dampen a pillow with just minimal touching, people are going to slurp through that up and down. Because no one sits still in a plane. You've never been in a plane. As soon as the pilot turns off the light, not even before that, even before they're like, you're supposed to get up.
Yeah.
You've been in an airport. I can't. Some people have. I get it.
So
I don't need to hear all of the stupid. Well, they might have just connected flights, or they might have had to rush. I don't care. You've been in an airport. You've been waiting forever. As soon as the plane gets off the ground, 14 people need to take a leak, and I don't understand how that works. You're telling me that people went blip, 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 splish splashed all the way through that and didn't go, wow, that carpet is really wet, wet enough to dampen a pillow.
You want to know what would be great though is if they're 8 hours in to the 9 hour flight, they find it. And out of the bathroom, opens the door, and here comes the sloth's claw. And he's like, aha.
Couldn't hold it, could you?
Couldn't hold it, could you? Now you know what I go through. You know?
Well, when you got 3 pounds in there. Yeah. Sorry to hold.
Nobody go in there for no one.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
They do that for 35, 45 minutes. Why? Because that's how long it's going to take me to get out of the doorway. Yeah. Okay? You can't go in there for like 35.
I will not clear a path.
Yeah. You will not have access to that room.
45 minutes.
35, 45 minutes. Where can they find us, Dad?
You can find us in the bathroom more than once a week. You can find us at thatchecksout.net, all the socials, That Checks Out, WDT. Hey, if you like this episode will be out on Monday, and every Monday you'll find a new episode, so subscribe so your phone sends it directly to you so you don't have to. This has been recorded for you at Audio High Podcasting Studio. That Checks Out has been a TCO production. Ted and Damon, producers. Gave us the producer credit this time.
I like how you upped us. Yeah, you upped us.
Yeah, I put myself first, too. That checks out.